The Mystara project is proud to present Part 11 of the Black Coast campaign. In this video, the adventurers continue their quest to rescue Princess Sylvia of Clearwater. They stand at the entrance of some sort of base, accessed via a passage in the side of a hill. Saudara lights her lantern. The entrance tunnel is about 20 feet wide and slopes gradually down into the hill. About 30 feet from the entrance, there is a passageway to the right. At the point where the passageway begins, there is a small humanoid with chalky tan skin, sitting in a crude chair. The chair is tilted back against the far wall. The humanoid appears to be asleep. Ambil sneaks up to the creature and ties it up and gags it. The party cautiously proceeds down the entryway, ignoring the passage to the right. After 20 feet, the entryway ends in a room. This huge room is about 60 feet wide and over 100 feet long. It is dimly lit by a few torches in brackets along the walls. Bales of hay at the far end of the room have crude targets painted on them. Dummies and padded posts, obviously used for weapons practice, line the east wall. The west wall is lined with shackles. Also along the west wall, seated in a chair, is a young woman, bound and gagged. Standing over her is a huge creature that looks like a bear with the head of a bird. Triac advances on the creature, whilst Lemunda rushes over to free the woman. However, upon touching the woman, she vanishes along with her chair and the creature. Then there is a loud, sinister laugh, coming from the direction of the target dummies. The party looks around and pokes the dummies, but can't find where the laugh came from. The party heads left, as per Triac's policy. After 30 feet they enter a side passage to the left for 30 feet, before entering another room. Sitting on each of the two beds in the southeast corner is a humanoid with scaly skin and a tail. A rack on the wall between the beds contains many spears. There is a table in the southwest corner. The west wall has an opening in it. Everyone reaches for their weapons, and another figure emerges at the west wall opening. With the lizard men defeated, Bagol tends to Triac's wounds, fully healing both of them. Each lizard man was carrying a potion, which the party eagerly takes. The party continues through the opening where the large lizard man came through. They enter a room with nothing of interest. In the far corner of the room there is a small downward sloping tunnel that leads to a pool. Lamunda sticks her 10-foot pole into the pool. She touches something solid and prods around, confirming the bottom is about 8 foot deep. Lamunda tells the party to backtrack the way they came, as they don't have the time to negotiate the pool at the moment. The corridor turns to the right. After 20 feet there is an opening to a room to the left. 3 humanoids with scaly skin and tails sit on pallets on the floor of this long, narrow room. Each is holding a spear and has a large club hanging from its belt. They attack. Bagol tends to Timon's wound, but he makes a mess of it, damaging her further by 1 hit point. Timon yells in pain and curses Bagol. The others tell her to hush and look around anxiously. Triac decides to take his chances, letting Bagol heal his wound. Bagol succeeds but only heals part of the damage. The far left wall of the room has a similar tunnel opening to the other lizard man room. Indeed, it is the other side of the pool chamber. Lamunda's pole confirms the pool is also 8 foot deep from this end, so the party leaves the room and continues onward. Down the corridor 80 feet, they see an opening in the left wall to a room. This is apparently a dining room. The remains of a meal are being cleaned off the tables by a single small humanoid with pale, earthy skin. The small humanoid has its back to the door and is mumbling to itself. Astrid listens and can tell that the creature is unhappy with its superiors. Lamunda strides into the room and persuades the goblin to tell them where the princess is being held and where the guards are stationed. The goblin sizes up the party and decides to cooperate. It tells them it does not know where everyone else is or where the princess is. It says that the gang consists of the goblin chieftain, 9 goblins, the lizardman chieftain, 6 lizardmen and Oliver. When pressed it says that Oliver is a powerful magic user. It also says there is a secret door in the kitchen behind a cabinet. The party thanks the goblin and heads out of the dining room into a four-way intersection. They head left down a corridor for 30 feet before coming to an opening. This room is obviously a kitchen. It contains a large basin with a pump in the center, and cabinets on the walls. A small, ugly humanoid with livid grey skin is standing at a large table in the middle of the room, facing the door. It has a dagger in its belt, and it is using a kitchen knife to slice into a haunch of meat on the table. It is mumbling angrily to itself. The party repeats their approach for the dining room, persuading the goblin to cooperate. The goblin provides the same information as its dining room comrade, but does show the party the secret door. The party opens the cabinet, which moves a section of the wall, and then they proceed through. This room is well lit by candles on the 5 rows of workbenches that run north-south. The entire north wall is covered with bookshelves. In the northeast corner of the room is a woman, bound and gagged, tied to a chair. A large bear-like creature with a bird's beak stands guard over her. A small man wearing robes stands at one of the benches. As you enter, he looks up. He has a disappointed look on his face.
Oh, well, it seems as if my soldiers have failed to eliminate this nuisance. But as I always say, if you want something done properly, do it yourself.
The magic user Oliver and the owl bear have been defeated, but at a high cost. The massive creature got Astrid in a bear hug and crushed her. Triac was heading for the same fate until the creature was slain. Triac and Timon rush to help Astrid, but it is too late. Ambil searches Oliver's body and pockets 2 potions, a ring and a dagger. Lamunda frees the prisoner, who confirms she is indeed Princess Sylvia. Lamunda puts Astrid's limp body over her shoulder and shouts for the party to get the princess out by the same way they came in. The party wastes no time in exiting the dungeon. This concludes Part 11 of the Black Coast campaign. The party must now get the princess safely back to her father, King Thales, whilst coping with the loss of their dwarven warrior.